to episode 18 of the Star Wars Clone Wars Wisdom series that I'm doing. So what I'm doing this for is really to let people know, for me as a coach or a consultant in health and in business and or life in general, I wanted to just kind of share my thoughts on statements or things about what we do so people can see what it is that I think about life. You know, how do I go approach things? So more of like, well, here's where I'm going with this. Here's how I think of things. So I'm just using this whole thing with Star Wars as just a nice template to just expand on ideas. So it seems semi-unique and seems kind of fun and all that. So anyway, this week's the episode's opening statement is, a single chance is a galaxy of hope. And so on this one, I don't think this takes a lot of deep thought, honestly. But I do want to bring up this, the way it's worded. There's an interesting picture that it conjures up when I hear the words that they're choosing. So they're talking about a single chance, meaning, singular, very small, tiny, is a galaxy of hope, boundless. So right in there's a couple things that come to mind. It's bringing up that whole David Goliath type picture in people's brains. When you talk about a single hope, right, a single chance is a galaxy of hope, right? It brings up that whole idea of you're fighting something big. Now, you're not fighting hope, but but it does conjure up that idea that even a small chance can do big things. It's another way to say what they said, but it's a lot more, galaxy is definitely more Star Warsy than big. So anyway, so in this one, right, I think that's the first picture that is really good to remember. And so I think it's beyond even just the picture of David and Goliath. I think what it does, it's not just clever wordsmithing or being cute or trying to be positive, right? It's really not that. Even though it is very positive, I think it's actually trying to get your brain to rethink what you feel when you have a chance. When you see yourself as having a small chance, one chance, whatever it is, right? You got one shot to do something, but you have that one shot. And that is, kind of brings up the second idea that I want to talk about. And that is, it's a lot more than zero chance. So, in people I've worked with throughout the years, one thing that I've noticed, there's a trend in human beings that if it's not a for sure thing, there's a ton of doubt that creeps in very fast. And so it's just like, well, I don't know. And yeah, but if there's some chance, and in this example, a single chance, right? So even if it's a little bit, one thing to remember, and one thing that's empowers or helps people kind of get past the doubting part a little bit, or a lot, depending, is 0 to something is huge. That's a huge hurdle to get from 0 to something. Math-wise, right? That's like an infinite amount of change, you could say. That's one way to view that. Well, going from, a little bit to a little bit more, not as big a change. But 0 to something, even small, like a small chance, is a huge deal. And that's, in a very mathy kind of way, is sort of what this statement is saying. Is like, look, you have a chance. That's a big, big deal. If you have 0 chance, there's no hope. You have any chance, and now the whole galaxy of hope opens up. You have everything within you to go for it. And it also points to a statement that I try to live by as much as I can, and certainly haven't always, made it in this idea. But one thought I try to keep in mind is that I have everything I need right now to be successful at what I want to be successful at. And that sounds very odd when you just hear that, but you're thinking, well, no, I'm not successful. I don't have the car. I don't have the influence. I don't have the money. I don't have whatever. Fill in the blank for you, right? Whatever success means to you. And I certainly have had that thought of like, yeah, but, right? Well, that's cute and all, but I don't have what I need to have to feel successful. And that's the thing. It's not about that. It's not about the material part of it. It's actually what's going on up here. That's what's important. So I have everything up here that I need to create the success that I need. Or I'm looking for, not what I need, but what I'm looking for. Like I say, I'm about this. This is what I need to be successful at whatever. I have everything up here I need. Now, does that mean I just immediately just get it? No. You have to work towards it, especially if it's a big thing. You got a lot of work to do, and you might have to enroll some other people in the plan and get them involved and have them help you out, right? So that's part of it. And knowing that we're not perfect people and we don't know everything, and we can't necessarily just think everything into existence, right? It's not the think system of success, to reference the Music Man, right? You have to work at it. But part of what I'm saying, like everything you need, another thing I noticed in people is if I can help them become more aware of something that's in their way, not that I have to change them, but if I can help them see something they didn't see before, or become aware of something that really does help them, then I have a really good chance of being a part of that catalyst of change for them, and they go, wow, okay, now it makes sense. Okay, now I can go for it, whatever. I've had that happen many, many times. And I've also had where I couldn't get them to be aware, and they kept getting stuck. And so it becomes very clear to me that I'm not really the reason that people are able to move forward. I'm able to possibly be in a position to help them see something for themselves. And that really speaks to the coaching thing that I do. Coaching is more about that. I'm not trying to offer you solutions. That's like a mentor, counselor person. It's not what I'm doing. Okay, coaching is more about going through a process and helping people to a point where they realize they actually do have the solutions they're looking for. So that's what I mean about having the things up here. All right, so that's that. Now the other part of it is this, to remember that, to cap this off, that it is really, really, really all about remembering that no chance to some is a huge, huge advantage, and you have this galaxy of hope available to you when you take on that small chance and just go for it. So with that, thanks a lot, and we'll see you next time.